In this video, we'll be discussing the numerous Pro Tools products that are available to you on the market today. Pro Tools comes in both commercial and consumer versions.
Which product you buy depends on your needs and your budget.
We're going to talk first about Pro Tools HD. Pro Tools HD is DigiDesign's high-end commercial solution. HD is used by more music and post-production professionals around the world than any other DAW. Unlike other DAWs, the HD systems don't require pairing with an audio hardware interface in order to form a complete recording solution. In other words,
you don't rely only on the processing power of your PC to get the job done.
As you can imagine, the HD options are more expensive. HD's technology works like this. It uses PCI cards to perform audio processing to DSP chips, that's digital signal processing chips, to reduce the computing burden on your CPU. HD uses TDM, a proprietary interconnect based on time division multiplexing, to communicate with external I/O devices and other DSP cards to reduce the burden on your computer's PCI bus. Windows doesn't support HD's PCI Express cards, so you would need a Mac for that. Pro Tools LE and M-powered solutions give the individual consumer the core high quality of Pro Tools HD, but they're configured and priced more affordably, so they better suit maybe your individual and personal studio needs. I'm actually using Pro Tools M-powered version 7.3. Let's talk now about Pro Tools LE. The LE stands for Limited Edition.
While the Pro Tools LE product line doesn't have all of the features of the HD systems, LE products are still fully professional.
Here I've got the Pro Tools LE Factory Rack and the Factory Rack. This customized hardware comes with the Pro Tools software, so you don't need to buy any other software. And they perform all of the processing for the host CPU rather than on the Express cards or the PCI cards. These consumer systems have fewer track counts than in HD, 32 instead of 192.
There are also fewer internal routing options, and the Pro Tools software itself has fewer features. Pro Tools LE products support up to 16 outputs, and they don't offer surround sound capability.
Whereas the HD system outputs depend on the number and the configuration of the system. Also, surround sound is of course possible.
DigiDesign M-powered is the most affordable Pro Tools product because it doesn't require you to buy any DigiDesign hardware.
You run it right from your own PC, and it works with some M-Audio interfaces. Here's a list of the M-Audio interfaces that Pro Tools M-powered supports.
You can also use M-powered with some of DigiDesign's external consoles, like the Command 8 console.
This will give you the convenience of an external analog mixer if this is what you're used to and prefer. Plus, Pro Tools M-powered will open on all HD and LE systems, so you won't have any issues with compatibility. Let's say if you're taking your products to a mastering house that uses an HD system. The Pro Tools M-Box 2 family is part of the LE system. These are the most portable DigiDesign products. Here we've got the Factory, the Mini, and the Pro Factory. Now, how do you decide which Pro Tools setup is right for you? There's a few things you've got to consider. The first is audio and MIDI inputs and outputs, the basics. How many simultaneous channels of audio and MIDI do you need? Do you plan on using your system to record a full band or just you and your guitar or piano? If you want to record a full band, you're going to need enough ins and outs to get all of your people in there, like the 003 or the M-Audio Firewire 1814. Now, if you simply want to record you yourself, you can do it with a system that's got fewer I's and O's, such as the Fast Track. The next point you want to consider is where you're going to be recording. Will you be on the road or in your own studio? While all the LE and M-powered systems are, fairly portable, you may ask yourself just how portable it needs to be. Do you need it on the go with a laptop? Do you think you're going to use it mainly in your studio or maybe one other studio? If you're going to be recording mainly on the road, maybe you need one of the M-Box 2s for a full-featured studio on the road. If you're on a tight budget but you work mainly from your home studio, a Delta 1010 with Pro Tools M-Powered 7 or one of the 003 systems are excellent desktop audio solutions. Deciding where you plan to use your system is going to help narrow the number of solutions that are right for you. Next, you want to consider if you prefer to use a dedicated mixing console. If you prefer working with faders and knobs rather than a mouse and a standard keyboard, you might consider the 003 or the Project Mix IO. Now, if you are using Pro Tools M-Powered without any of the Pro Tools hardware, you can just go ahead and buy a DigiDesign console, like for example the Command 8 control surface. This will give you the hands-on mixing that you like. The HD systems are really well set up to work for video, but you can buy some expanded toolkits to plug in with your LE and with your M-Powered systems. You'll need to consider this if you do a lot of post-production work with video or even just with sound. These days, working with video is getting to be a more and more important part of your music production, so I would recommend getting familiar with some of these workflows. It'll be important for you in the future. As you can see, Pro Tools has a lot of products for you to choose from. HD is pricier, Pro Tools LE is mid-range, and M-Powered is your best budget option. And this concludes our overview of the available Pro Tools product line.